There's a lot of noise coming from the quiet backwoods of Industry, Maine.
A lot of people said, "You're crazy. Never going to happen. Manufacturing's dead."
That was 4 years ago. Today, Pete Roberts is proving in this shop manufacturing is very much alive.
This little freaking factory out in the forest.
That's it.
We know how we tell people like, "Oh, we built a factory in the woods of Maine, our first factory." Look out, it's woods. Literally in the woods of Maine. I don't think a lot of people know that story. For the first was it a year or 2 years of the company?
1 year and a half.
1 year and a half of the company, it was straight just survival mode, trying to start a ghee brand. Like that was it. Just let's start a ghee brand, and the only way we knew how to get a ghee was in Pakistan. It's just like complete blind faith. And the thing is he was ripping it off. He was ripping off my, I don't even know if you could call it intellectual property. It was just stuff that I had designed and sent there. The ideas, but I don't have a trademark or patent. It was just our IP, and I remember saying, "This is our stuff. You know, you can't sell this to anybody else." His name was Ali. We were stuck with him. And finally I said to him, I said, "Ali, this is absolute bullshit." And I remember telling Dedeco, we're gonna find a way to make it in America. And I remember all we were dealing with, and we couldn't cut it. We couldn't stop working with him because we couldn't. We would have folded.
We would have break.
Yeah, we would have folded. So I remember saying, we need to build this parallel. We need to do something in parallel with the importing. And that's when we started cutting down trees and building the factory.
It was me and Pete out of his basement for the first year and a half-ish.
He came to where I was working, and he wanted to know if they would make his uniform. Because at that time he was making them overseas. He wanted to make them here in the States. And the people I worked for told him that he can't do it. I didn't even know the guy. Pete kind of walked away from him a little bit looking at it. So I told him, I said, you know, if you want to do this, I can help you get started.
What's up, guys? Come on in. Welcome to Origin, the Origin Mountain Retreat training facility, manufacturing facility.
We built the factory in 2013, and we had met Bill at this other company. He said, "Well, we have this woman, but she's kind of gruff."
When he came there, also, he was looking for stitchers. And at the time, I know Jill worked for us. And I told him, "Hey, she's not happy here." I said, she's a bull in a china closet, but she's a hard worker. I said, "I know that she would probably go to work for you."
The first Saturday I went, the parking lot had like 6 or 7 cars and a police car. Never been here. And I'm like, what's going on? It's 6 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and there's nobody in the building, there's nobody anywhere. And I'm like, this is weird. And so I went in, I had seen that there was a space heater, a lamp, and 1 sewing machine. And it was mid-February. Mind you, it was cold.
You guys want to watch Jill fell these sleeves? This is the workhorse of the factory right here. Let's see that baby spit out the other end. You got 25,000 people watching her do this.
I'm just gonna hide it. Sneaky.
I had no clue.
So we went over and hired her. She was stitching part of the sleeve on the jackets and the pants. I was doing it, and Pete, so it was us 3.
We just started production on Monday, so we're just starting to get into the flow of things. Got Jill stitching and a pattern maker working on some more patterns, and Jake's running embroidery, John's running the camera. And Bill's over here. I'll show you manufacturing why you don't want to do this.
But yeah, we had the 1 machine, and then Pete just started getting more and more machines and self-teaching himself how to stitch, showing me how to stitch apparel.
Yeah, looking good, right? Hey, made in America.
The good thing I will say about Pete, and I said, you need to know how to stitch, because that way the girls aren't going to buffalo you, and he's an excellent stitcher. He can sit down and make a pair of jeans or sit down and make a jacket, because he taught himself how to stitch, and he does a great job. Somebody says, "Oh, we can't do this." he can sit down and say, yes, we can. If I can stitch it, you can stitch it. So.
What's happening, everybody? Check it out. You know what's great about being the boss is that I can put a black collar on a white gi. I'm making myself a gi. Yes, I know I still have to make your gi. I remember Mo saying to you, Pete's looking for a loom. And you took us up the stairs, across this long hallway, unbolted these doors, pulled the chains out, and opened these doors. And I remember you saying, a loom like that one? And it was sitting in the middle of this floor in this abandoned mill, covered in grease and dust. And I called it the Dragon. The Dragon was sleeping. And I remember walking to that loom with you and just thinking, this is the start to our future.